This is Mark Schofield from Inside the Pylon and the Bleacher Report NFL 1000 project, breaking down some Week 10 action. In 2015, Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Allen Robinson made the leap, asserting himself as one of the league's emerging offensive weapons. He caught 80 passes for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns last season, and entering this year he was considered to be the focal point for the young Jaguars offense. However, through 9 games this season, his numbers have slowed just a bit. He is on pace to surpass his receptions from last year, with 48 catches to this point, but is well behind his yardage and touchdowns pace. But looking at his tape, you can see that he is just as effective in each facet of the game as he was last year. Splits and angles are not something often discussed when examining a wide receiver, but the way Robinson uses both tell the story of a nuanced, polished route runner. When you add in his ability at the catch point and his skill after the reception, you are left with a very talented receiver who can produce in this league for years to come. We're going to look at a few of his plays against the Houston Texans, and we're going to talk about his route running both in terms of winning at the line of scrimmage, how he sets up his routes and gets out of his breaks and gets the separation, and his ability at the catch point and after the reception. This first play comes from a 1st and 10 play in the second quarter, and he's going to run a curl route, as you can see. The Texans shows press coverage over him, but the defensive back, he's going to roll back at the line of scrimmage at the snap, playing off coverage. They're going to roll this into a cover 3 look. This safety here is going to roll down into a cover 3 buzz. What we're going to see from Robinson is the way he sets up this route. He's going to sell the defensive back on the vertical, and he has great feel for when to get into his break and break back towards the football. Once that defensive back flips his hips and starts to run vertically, thinking it's a vertical route, that's right when Robinson makes his break. See the defensive roll back? Right there. He's got the defender convinced this is a vertical route. Defender flips his hips, starts to run vertically, and that's when Robinson throttles down, comes right back to the ball. Great catch on a high throw. Extends the arms away from his body, away from his frame, makes a great catch here. That's just a great route. Nice subtle route and good feel for the play. Now we're going to start to talk a little bit about angles and splits. This is another play from the second quarter. It's another 1st and 10 play. Now Robinson's at the top of the screen there, and as you can see, he's going to run an out route. But look at his split. The ball's on the right hash mark, and he's well outside the numbers. This is a very sort of wide split, given where the football is on the field. He's below the bottom of the numbers. He's outside the numbers. That usually tells the defensive back this is going to be a route coming to the inside, that he's going to run a slant or a post or something breaking towards the middle of the field. But since Robinson's running an out route, he needs to get himself some distance from the sideline to make this play work. So he starts to the inside first, and it does 2 things. One, it does give him more room breaking to the outside for the pass to be completed. It makes the throw easier for the quarterback. But it also convinces the defensive back that this is going to be that in-break-in route that he expected. So Robinson, he starts to the inside, right there. And now at this point, look at the way the defender flips his hips. He's thinking that this is going to be a route breaking to the inside. He's going to use trail coverage, stay on his back hip, but then he cuts back to the outside. That's a great move to the outside. And now you can see here, he's now at the numbers. There's more room for this pass to be completed now. And another great catch of a high throw. It's a very nice, nuanced route. You'll see here he comes inside. Slight push there. It's not called. The defender doesn't look for a flag. And again, a great catch. Now we're going to look at a 3rd and 3 play from the 3rd quarter. We're going to look at his ability after the catch. He's going to run a simple stop or hitch route against a cover 4 look. The defender's going to play off coverage here. And the yardage after the catch here is due in large part to Robinson's ability and his balance. Defender bails a little bit at the snap. So right there, ball's out. Great balance here. Hand down to the ground, picking up extra yardage. Looking at this play, something to consider when looking at Robinson's tape. The delivery from Bortles, he's got that windup. Look at where the ball is right here. People have talked about Bortles' mechanics. I'm not going to dive in too deeply on it. But the ball could get there faster. So anything that Robinson picks up after the catch is on him. And that's what we see here. Great balance, great strength to stay upright. Gets that left hand down, picks up additional yardage. Another great play. Here we're going to look at a 3rd and 7 play from the third quarter. Now we're going to see him against press. We're going to see how he handles the press. And we're also going to take another look at splits and angles. Here he's at the top of the numbers, again with the football on the right hash, close to him. So he lines up with a tighter split than you'd expect. Defensive back in this situation is thinking, this is going to be a route breaking to the outside. He's not going to come inside at this point because he's going to bring himself into the traffic in the middle of the field. So that's what the defensive back is expecting. But as you can see, Robinson's doing exactly that. He is running a route breaking to the inside. But we'll see 2 things here on this route. 1, how he wins at the line of scrimmage against the press. Very good against the press here. And 2, by using that angle off the line of scrimmage, even though he's got that tight split, he not only, again, sells that outside route, but he gets separation from the football, giving him and the quarterback more room to complete the pass. So let's take a look at this play. Right there, the defender uses a little catch technique. He doesn't jam him, but he's in his face, so Robinson sets it up well. He starts that outside release right there. He starts the break to the inside. He's got the defender thinking this is an outbreaking route. The defender starts to commit towards the sideline, and then Robinson just cuts under him perfectly. We see good recovery from the defensive back, but Robinson has one more trick up his sleeve. Right here, he cuts even more inside. Just a great play, a great catch. We'll look at that one more time. Breaks to the outside, cuts underneath, one last step away. Nice catch of a low throw. This is Robinson's touchdown from the game. It comes late in the game. There's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. It's a scramble drill situation. He's going to run this out and up first in the red zone, which is a route concept that teams are using a little bit more in the red zone these days. Try to get that defender to break on that out route. Might get something easy over the top. But this is covered well initially, and Bortles has to break the pocket. What we see here, again, hands and strength at the catch point. Right here, Bortles is out of the pocket. Robinson is going to start blocking, thinking that he's going to run. But then he positions himself well, shields the defender from the sideline, and establishes position and makes a great diving catch. You see it from this angle. Throw comes. He's got great position, shields the defender from the football, and gets both feet down. Just tremendous effort from the wide receiver. You see that loop-in mechanism. Somebody has to fix his mechanics. But again, a great catch and great effort throughout the play from snap to finish from Allen Robinson. Robinson put in another great effort this week, and his tape still is something to definitely watch if you're interested in how a receiver sets up his routes from his alignment to the angles that he takes on the release and into and out of his breaks. Robinson's a great young talent in this league, and his tape reflects his ability. For the Bleacher Report NFL 1000 Project, I'm Mark Schofield. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Scouting with Schofield. I'll be back next week with some more scouting breakdowns.